Montega. That is Montega, Montaga. There is only one Montega. There is only one America. There is only one you. And again, thank you for unplugging from the Matrix here with me. The show will start in just a moment. Don't forget, visit the Echelon platform to get all the amazing merch. Make sure that you are supporting the show by wearing it on your body. We have tons of new merch out there for you guys. So feel free to go get you something that represents you being unplugged from the Matrix and from under the control of the deep state and the Illuminati. The show is about to start soon. Hey everybody, this is Tony Montega, Tony X, Antoine-Tucker. Thank you for being here. The show will start in one moment. So go make sure you take care of the bathroom breaks. Go get your beverage, get your chips and popcorn. We're about to unplug from the Matrix together. And again, thank you very much for being here. Make sure you follow me on all social media platforms at Montega, Montega. That is Montega, Montega. There is only one Montega. There is only one America. There is only one you. And again, thank you for unplugging from the Matrix here with me. The show will start in just a moment. Don't forget, visit the Echelon platform to get all the amazing merch. Make sure that you are supporting the show by wearing it on your body. We have tons of new merch out there for you guys. So feel free to go get you something that represents you being unplugged from the Matrix and from under the control of the deep state and the Illuminati. The show is about to start soon. Hey everybody, this is Tony Montega, Tony X, Antoine-Tucker. Thank you for being here. The show will start in one moment. So go make sure you take care of the bathroom breaks. Go get your beverage, get your chips and popcorn. We're about to unplug from the Matrix. Due to adult language, themes, and images, I'm gonna warn you, don't have your children around. Please don't let your children hear the language. Please. Viewers' discretion is advised. I gave you a warning. Now let's get into the show. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, because somewhere around the world it is truly what time it is, and I am your host, the dopest political analyst on this planet and the most feared former congressional and senatorial candidate of these United States. Antoine-Tucker, Tony Montega, Montega, the truth, the threat, the legend, Neo, the wisest man in the room, and I'm here with you, and we are free. From the Matrix. I want to say thank you very much for being in the building with me. I do want to say Happy New Year's to every single last one of you guys. We had a live show on X because most of the people who are actually tuning in, they will be tuning in on X. So you always got to give them guys over there a little bit much. You know, you got to make sure that you go over there and you throw that content out there. Yeah, this year we're picking it up. I know you guys probably wanted me all over everything that was happening, but I'm somebody who, I don't want to be the kind of content creator that's first to publish something without having as much information as I possibly could have.
people are rushing and then they're talking about this and Moderna that, and they're just hitting you guys full of thumbnails, and then they're just regurgitating the same thing that the news just said. And I just wanted to get everything that was being said. I wanted to put everything together that way I could come to you guys, give you guys what I believe has happened and the reason why things have happened, and also talk and touch on some other topics too as well. Maduro asked for us to come and get him, so we came to get him. There are people who are in the media that are saying that this is a crime, it's a travesty, that we didn't have the legal right or authority to go in there and take Maduro. We absolutely do. I think that the problem that we have is a lot of our population has been coddled. They have been coddled, and we haven't really given them. Because everyone, in order to control the population, you have to give people false realities. The thing about it is a lot of people have no idea what it is to be in charge or, be a leader, or even they're not even taught in school necessarily what it is to be a leader. It's an ultimate compromise. Globally, there are people who would love to have your spot. If you're an American, you live in a country where you can buy a $10 cup of coffee while some mentally ill person is serving you. You get to jump on your $1,000 cell phones and you get to complain about the same government that you guys live under. But every day you wake up and you appreciate the country that you live in, regardless if you want to admit it or not. And for the people who are, I hate it here, I hate what Donald Trump is doing, I hate the government, I hate how they do this, that, and the third, leave. You can go anywhere you want. If you don't like the United States of America, you're free to go anywhere you want, whether you're an American-born citizen or not. And you can go anywhere you want to complain about everything you want to somewhere else. But I find it a great contradiction for you to complain and still be here. If I'm dating a woman and I don't like her odor, I'm not even going to complain about it. I'm going to leave. I'm going to leave. I'm not going to be anywhere and complain about it. I'm going to make sure that I do something to change the conditions, or I'm just not going to return. Donald Trump was handed this system. Donald Trump was born into this country just like many of you and I were. And whether you guys want to admit it or not, a lot of people don't grow up knowing the ins and outs and every single conspiracy that exists. This is something that we learn as a process, and we continue to keep learning. For a man that has severed the Illuminati's control over destroying our reproductive systems, for this man to go after the same medical corporations and companies, to stop them from poisoning the population, for him to stop them from transgendering, mutilating children, is what it is. For him to stop it, for him to stop the vaccines, for him to expose it. These things are blows to the New World Order. These are things that would stop the controlling interest, which is you can call it the deep state. It's the Illuminati. Okay, this is what it is. This is an old secret order of people. And in order to stop them, you don't scream to the high heavens, I did this. These people are involved in this, that, and the third. The majority of the media is controlled by these people. They've already used the majority of the media against this man. So this man who's already been the advocate of a gunshot, someone attempting his life again, has to go into the same machine and then conduct himself in a way that wouldn't have him as emotional as I see a lot of you are. You couldn't play the game. You wouldn't even know how. It takes a man's man to be shot at by somebody and still keep it a secret. The reason why we don't know all of these things is because it discloses methods used by this United States of America. So of course you're not going to get the information on it. When people wonder why we don't know about the guy who was on the roof, because they most likely use MK Ultra. They most likely used what's the thing they do to people who are low IQ people? What is it they do? They hypnotize them. And it's something that this stuff online, you can go research it and see it. And maybe I should have pulled it up, or I didn't really understand that we would go here today, right? And then when you have Jeffrey Epstein, yes, he was this government's asset. Absolutely. That's why the base of operations was here. The Virgin Islands, everything was right here. Of course he was connected to the Mossad. Of course. They used this blackmail leverage against world leaders, and then they started to use it on its own. And then they started to control the people that they put there. Let's go ahead and pull this up. This is a group of individuals who are in your government that were being paid by allegedly being paid by the Venezuelan government in order to allow Maduro to stay in power. Democrats and Republicans are on this list. Everybody is against this man changing the system. And I see everybody blaming Donald Trump, but not blaming any of these people on the list who have been there, who are directly responsible for the conditions that we find ourselves facing right now to this day. It wasn't just about oil in Venezuela, although that is the cherry on top. It is the fact that Venezuela, in its position, would allow our enemies to strategically attack us beyond recognition. It's because Venezuela has openly allowed our enemies to come there, congregate, and then plot on how they're going to overthrow us. Because the people who are in charge of the centralized banking system thought that they were going to break the Americans, thought that when they flooded it open, thought that when they sent their assets through the CIA, because it's just not what you guys think. No. A lot of people are pointing to Israel. No one who needs your money can control you. And there are a lot of people who don't understand what it is to be a leader and or see chess being played. Who's responsible for the strength of the American dollar? Not the American worker. No, absolutely not. Saudi oil. And in order for you to buy oil from the Saudis, you have to do it in American exchange. This is what makes us the leading currency of this planet. Now we have more oil than the Saudis. The people that had the grip on our children, on our educational system, no matter where it came from, it's over. It's done. I'm not expecting this man to come out and say every strategic plan that happened and the reason why he did it, but shit, I'm somebody who loves to analyze everything. So I can try to find the holes in it. You don't think that at times I found myself frustrated with this administration, especially when people who are not Donald Trump seem to drop the ball? Then I had to really come to grips with the fact that no, you're not going to get the Epstein's files. Donald Trump's not in them. But it shows that the United States of America allowed this man to traffic children, women, and young men, as well as little boys. And they were okay with it. The same way they're not going to tell you that they knocked down the World Trade Center. The same way there's a video out there right now of a Scud missile hitting the Pentagon. Of course, they're not going to own up to it. It's not everybody in the system. It was the people at the top. The people who were at the very top. The people who kept their foots on our necks. And they all colluded together. If this is true, then Rand Paul is part of the people who were getting money from Venezuela. And if this is true, we're going to start reading names. I'm going to let it stop, and we're going to watch again, and I'm going to pause it. Hundreds of thousands. It says each and every one of them. Okay, so below is a list. Every U.S. senator on the Venezuelan list. Excuse me. . Excuse me. We have Lisa Murkowski, Republican, Alaska. Mark Kelly, Democrat, Arizona. Ruben Gallego, Democrat, Arizona. Alex Padilla, Democrat, California. Adam Schiff, Democrat, California. We have John Hinkelooper, Democrat. Let's just go to we got it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 Democrats. And then we have Chuck Grassley, who does the slowest investigations that anyone can think of. And I love to give him credit because he does do if things come out. But if he's on this payroll, we have a big problem. There's no wonder why these people were so successful with stealing from the United States citizens using AID. And it's the reason why there was such a loud war cry in order to stop these people. In order to stop us, the people, from exposing the healthcare Medicaid fraud. Obamacare was invented and created to break the system. That's why it's been there. It was there before Donald Trump got in office. I don't understand how they expect this one man to go in there and just make everything happen at once when no one wanted to listen to him in the first place. When both sides have well established themselves as the pirates of America before we allowed pirates to even come here. And they knew those same pirates, the Somalis, that they allowed to come here was stealing from us. Just like they know any last one of us are not paying our taxes. Just like they know any last one of us is doing. They allowed it to happen because it was a way for them to enrich themselves and keep the money flowing in the coffers of the Democrat Party. Because we were not financing their party. They were stealing from us. Mondoro was important because this is a key asset in exposing the election fraud, which has already been exposed. One of the top officials already came out and said, yeah, by the way, we was tampering with the elections too. And Fox is going to get their money back and then some. I said how many weeks ago, that lady who was killed, that man said Tim Walz told him to do it. Now Tim Walz saying he doesn't want to run anymore. They have everything. The NSA has everything. No, I don't expect this man to say what he's doing and how he's stopping this, that, and the third. I'm just watching him do it. I'm watching him do it. Some people will say, oh, he should have left Venezuela alone. Did you not see them people getting ran over by garbage trucks? People eating out of trash? My daughter family is from Venezuela. You don't talk to them because people who are upset about it have no idea because they would never know. Because they're here on their $1,000 cell phones complaining about something they have no knowledge of. And in most cases, they're paid to be outside screaming in the first place. People are used to the United States of America allowing drug dealers to drug deal. Things have changed. People are upset. People are angry. Someone even in my chat, one of my beautiful, beloved fans said, Donald Trump is passing us off to the New World Order. And I would just have to disagree with that. I would definitely have to disagree with that. Definitely have to disagree with that. No, I don't believe that. I believe we are the New World Order. I live here. I know what the world really is. A man's nature is to take from another man. We are conquerors by nature. It's the reason why all of us are here in the first place. And no matter how much they may lie about history, because my ancestors were here already. We were here. There was a big war, and they enslaved a lot of people. There were blacks that were here that helped. The Europeans come here. You should read a book called Lies My Teacher Told Me. It will open up a rabbit hole for you, and you just fall down in it. But nevertheless, I'm here. I live here. I'm not giving up my Mercedes-Benzes. I'm not giving up the 5,000 square foot house. I'm not giving up the American ass running around here. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I'm not giving up the right to go get a big ass gun from the store when you want to walk in there and go get it. I'm not giving up my right to do that. For the people complaining about America, who are you gonna go get? There's a lot of positions you need to fulfill. How many men of integrity you think are gonna have that much power and not be absolutely corrupt? And it takes a strong person to have all of that power, and in spite of all of that, not go out of his way to start to unalive the people that try to destroy his legacy, his family, and as well as the country. We're talking about men who really have battleships. I don't think a lot of people truly understand just what the world is. We'll send hundreds of men in the dead of the night on helicopters to come into your military base and take you and your wife out your bed, put a hood over your head, and then take you thousands of miles away in Brooklyn, New York. In order for you to be in a country that has this kind of power, you have to put your foot on other people's necks. And if you don't like it, you should just go. Because moving forward, what we're going to start to preach here and teach here is, so fucking what? Toughen up. Or leave all your shit. Just leave it all. Leave everything and go somewhere else. Go help them. They need the help. Go help them. Go anywhere else. Anywhere else. And stay there. I'm not going to be apologetic because I live in the strongest nation in the world. And in order to be the strongest nation in the world, a world full of people who are killers, dangerous men, who also have armies and bullets and bombs. And in order for you to be victorious, they got to fear you. Do you know how devastatingly destructive you need to be? And I'm for all of that. If we need to go somewhere to unalive some people that threatens my children's safety, the way of life that I've established for them, my lady, where I live, my cars and comic books and jewelry, then they got off with their head. Why are we pretending? For what? I can see people mad who don't have a refrigerator, but if you got a refrigerator, you're a lot richer than a lot of people around the world. Go there. Go there. Don't complain about other countries and nations and even people that are coming here and using the system in order to enrich themselves, because if you wasn't crying, you would have got with other Americans, regardless of what color they are. If you're truly American, then it wouldn't be about our color. That's some stupid shit they have you believing, and you argue over it every single day because somehow one dummy thinks he's better than another dummy. But if you were smart, you would be trying to compete with these people economically. You will find like-minded Americans and you would say, hey, invest in this with me. Let's open an industry and let's compete with these people instead of boo-hooing and crying and sitting on your fucking hands. We're the greatest at everything, except for unifying with one another, getting to business, putting our differences aside. Tall, fat, short, dark, light, who cares? Who cares? I don't care. Let's get rich. Let's get really, really, really rich. Let's have a great life. Let's give our children the best life we wish we would have had. If not, you're in the way. You're no different than the people on the left, even if you're on the right complaining about the country that you live in. If you're blaming Donald Trump for all of the shit that all of these people, I'm sorry, I stopped it. Let me let it keep flying through here. If you're complaining about all the shit, now we have some Republicans here. We got Johnny Ernest, Republican Iowa, Mitch McConnell, Republican Kentucky, Rand Paul, Republican Kentucky, Bill Cassidy, Republican Louisiana, Susan Collins, Republican Maine. It's alleged that they were taking money from Venezuela. All of these people on this list needs to be prosecuted for treason. And if I was Donald Trump right now, I would become a dictator because I would enact martial law. I would set up special military tribunals, and I would have all of these SOBs investigated. Because if this is true, they've definitely worked against the national interest and security of these United States of America. And it's no wonder why they was all okay with certifying ballots for a fucking guy who couldn't talk through any kind of interview, for a guy who couldn't walk up the stairs, for a guy who didn't know what time it was, for a guy who didn't realize that sometimes that he was president and he called Kamala the president. For that guy. And all of them said it was okay. All of them was okay with calling Donald Trump racist, while the same guy's son was out there banging underage kids, allegedly, doing lines of cocaine with them, allegedly, and calling people nigger indefinitely. Said it as much as he could out his face. And every single black person on the media, on the left specifically, definitely never talked about it. You don't even hear him bringing them now. You didn't see Republicans run to go grab Hunter Biden and ask him about the things on that laptop in public. No. It's because I have to keep the facade going. And the one thing I've seen Donald Trump do and force to happen is exposure of all of it. Of all of it. I thank God I live in a country where we have the greatest killing machine ever created known to man. I'm not going to be here forever, neither is you. And I pray that my children that are here get to experience this freedom of kick ass, do what we want when we want, and everybody is smart enough to fear us. I'm not ashamed to be that kind of man, because it was that kind of man that made this country what it is in the first place. I'm not going to cry about my color or how some stupid SOB thinks he's better or worse. So I don't give a shit. I don't care about none of that. Because I'm happy with myself. I'm happy to be in the country, even with those same dickheads. Thank God for it. Because I don't want to be nowhere else. There isn't a place on this planet I could have started out life poor. We had to, me and my brother had to use the same spoon to eat cereal out of one bowl. Do you understand? I know what it is to be very poor. This is the only place on this planet I would have the opportunity to become rich. This is the only place on the planet I could have started out with no value at all. No, nothing, no guaranteed future, nothing at all. And now I can promise you this, I got a daughter and my kids are fine. They're gonna be fine, man. My family's fine, man. Noel, you chilling? Rich as hell, huh? Can't change it. Can't change it. I'm not going anywhere else. I'm not gonna lose everything that I got. Because somehow, somewhere, we did something bad to somebody else. So what? So what? That's just the way that's the way of the beast. There is no church in a while. And either you're going to decide to be a lion or you're going to be the gazelle. And when the gazelle get chased down, they eat them from the ass first. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay American. And we went and got them. And it wasn't just about the oil. Exposing election fraud, making sure we remove dark seed CIA assets from out of places because he was installed. We put him there, allowed him to stay there. This is about destroying an old guard and apparatus and bringing something new. Deliberately paying off our debts, making every other nation do it, and then using a fictitious coin being mined right now to pay off the rest. This is about an end game. You don't tell your masters you're becoming a master. No. You show them you got that glow.
I've been a patient here now for close to a year. I wanted the best care. I wanted consistent care. Sometimes you can go to places and when you do the reviews, you'll see, oh, you know, it's okay. If this person is working, it's bad. But when you check the reviews on the Smile Doctor, it's all positive. As soon as you walk in the door, I was always made to feel like I was a priority. It can give you a great experience. The televisions on the ceilings almost give you a euphoric flying feeling. They find out what music you like. So even the music of choice that you do like, it's playing when you walk in. I had a debilitating tooth issue that was actually going to start eating away at my bone marrow. And Dr. Reed caught it very early on. He removed the bad tooth. The surgery was easy, it was painless. I have 2 brand new teeth, and like I said, they're very attentive. So they're gonna measure your discomfort, they're gonna measure what pain you may have, and they're gonna deal with it. It's just a beautiful and positive environment. The experience here is unlike anything else I've ever went to, and I just encourage anybody out there, if you're watching this, come see the facility. Come listen to how quiet it is. Come listen to how happy the people are when they're exchanging words to each other. Come experience what it is to actually come and smile with confidence. Come to the Smile Doctor.